Take two. 10:06 a.m. The year of the Lord 5/12/2021. From Robert Firestone in the flyover state of West Virginia. The last few minutes of my last video that I tried to make and put out for you all somehow or another had a glitch in it. Just out of fucking blue. Can't say yay or nay, can I? But explain something to y'all. Okay. I'll give you a story first. That's a true story. Had an individual I was working with. Went later on in life and actually went to work for him because he started his own company. Okay. I noticed I'd worked with him before on another job site with another company or around him. And got to know him, pretty good fella. And he come to work for the company that I was working for at the time. I kept noticing him for almost a week, which I already knew him and everything. We'd already talked, but I noticed him for about a week, and it was cold outside. He was sitting in his truck early in the morning, sipping on his coffee, going through the employee handbook. You know, these things that they give everybody when you go to work for them. Well, what he was doing, I finally got curious and asked him. I said, man, what are they mandating that you got to actually know that book? He laughed. He said, no. He said, what's going on? He said, the best way to keep anybody from lying and bullshitting you about the company that you work for is learn their laws, okay, which 99% of it is policy. That's all it is, okay. So he wanted to know about the 401k. He was about ready to transfer 20 grand from his old job into this new company, okay. Well, he found a loophole in it. He was given an account number to transfer his 401k into this new 401k, and they was matching it dollar for dollar, okay. But they stated in the employee handbook that it was to come back to the office so they could comply it and verify it and give the go-ahead for a yes or no. But it also left it up to him for if he wanted to do it, okay? So he went ahead and done it himself. Then he goes back with the receipt from the bank showing that the money had been put in. Well, they couldn't rebut him because he had done put the money in, okay? He already knew if they seen the amount that he was trying to put in, remember, match dollar for dollar. Well, in a short period of time, he went from 20 grand to 40 grand by seeing not what they tell you, but what they do. Okay, this is the whole trick in a nutshell with all the shit going on. The face diapers, every damn thing. Okay? The policies are the laws. Okay? I'm trying to give us a brief, simplistic way of looking at it. But I'm going to leave a link in below under the description of the video, or I hope it goes, because U-Screw has, oh man, I can't think of the fucking ways that they've done, tried to ramrod us, screw us, slow us down, everything else, okay. But U-Screw, this is my First Amendment right, as me as a person, to pass on valid, lawful information to said other channels and creators and just the curious at heart and mind. So, this being my First Amendment right, believing that what I pass on is the truth, you all should not have no damn say-so on what I believe is the truth. I quit having diapers put on me many years ago. And now I'm starting to see the bigger picture in all this as well when it comes to the law. Just by that simple thing that I told you in the beginning, it works the same way. But where that small employee handbook is readable, doable for most of us, just like he did, we got hundreds and thousands of fucking law books, okay? This individual that I'm leaving the link with, y'all, I don't know how you'd say it, he has fun finding the laws, okay? To give you an example, for the ones that care, did you all know that marijuana has been legal since the 70s? I didn't know either. Well, this man can state and show you in every damn state where it was legalized in the 70s. Okay? What this does is screw the states, cities, out of their marijuana charges, and they know once people start seeing what's going on that people's going to start hammering their ass with big time lawsuits, and there's going to be a whole lot of people come up for parole real fucking fast. So y'all have that understanding. That's just one thing. The man's been driving around with no driver's license. My understanding, no tags on his car for years because he found the laws in his state, and it's in every damn state, to not even be able to tag his car. Okay, there's no such thing as a law license. There is a bar association membership that allows said attorney to practice law in said state, city, jurisdiction, or any other state, city, jurisdiction. I know that's going to be confusing to some of y'all, but anyway, it's also like if you'll go next time you're at a doctor's office and you get close enough to where he's got his degrees hanging on the wall, read them. Right underneath his signature, it says practicing physician. Practicing. See, now, all of our governors out here in all these wonderful fucking states we live in is running around right now over this bullshit, well, I can only call it for what it is, bullshit virus, okay? I didn't give it a name, but we all know. It contains to putting this thing on your face. That's even illegal too. And these governors know it. Okay? Letting y'all know this up front. Also, for if you go into a store in any state, any jurisdiction, okay, these people has this thing called a business license. And in this business license, there is actual rights for the said individual known as a customer. And they got to follow the laws that set forth for the customer. No, they just can't tell you to get the fuck out of the store because that's their policy. If they have a fucking state license or a local license, that means they got to obtain to you as the customer first. That don't mean they can just walk up, yeah, get the fuck out. It don't work that way. But that's what they've been playing. That's what they've been doing. Now, I can't say that all of these so-called educated idiots known as managers really know what's going on. I'm sure that at least more than 80% of them, and if any of you out there that are managers, y'all better pay attention to what I'm telling you, because you are the individual that people can sue personally without suing the fucking store. Because you're standing, okay, as part of the ownership, because that's what's been handed down to you, okay, to rule, guard, and regulate with your policy. So said individual could sue your ass and never think about the store. Then if a store gets involved, you could have their license revoked, their business license, for breaking said law against customers. So letting y'all know, it's bullshit all the way around. Myself, I'm going to obtain this man's name, address, telephone numbers, emails, everything that I get my fucking hands on. And I'm going to sit down after going through his website, and I'm going to set up some letters, and I'm going to have them served. Okay? Once an individual has been given a notice, okay, register letter, when they sign for it, they can't deny they didn't sign for it because their fucking signatures on that notice. That's what it is, a notice from the United States Post Office. See, even the United States Post Office is part of the legal system when it comes to documentations. Just like they made emails back, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, a valid document because it's time stamped. There's a lot of things that a lot of people don't quite understand. But when they do, they become the most valid person in their life when it comes to never having to listen to a bunch of dumbasses. And I'm giving everybody up front, for me, where I'm living at in West Virginia, Charleston's 35 miles from me. And I will be sending notice to our fucking governor on these said codes, statutes, and laws that he and his cohorts is breaking. So the legislation, if you're listening to me, you better have an understanding. I'm going to be a big fucking prick. Sorry. I hate to use these words in the manner that I do, but I am giving notice here too. So I can help the population of my fellow human beings to take this bullshit off of their fucking face and quit being feared, using that fear as a tactic to control people. Go listen to the Nuremberg trials. They asked one Nazi soldier how they had people going and doing things that they was wanting them to do, okay? How did they get the people to comply? He said it wasn't nothing to be about a Nazi. He said, you just scare the fuck out of them. Fear. Okay? Quit being a fucking sheep. Have an understanding. You got a backbone. You have a legal system that is there for you all, as well as the idiots that keep trying to put it on top of you. But here's the thing. When you pro se something without a legal law, so-called license, known as an attorney, a pro se attorney has more rights and not held accountable for certain things that a fucking lawyer is, because they have a license and a big boy club membership known as the Bar Association. Peace.